Doing that really well. Again, the detail is, guys, when I have alignment and I'm ear to ear, I'm always going for the double lapel collar choke or the rear naked. When I'm hitting the bow and arrow, I'm perpendicular to him. Okay, so again, from here, when I've done all the stuff that we showed you previously, and I've got this here, and I've got my grip, and I replace my right hook with my left hook, okay, I'm falling onto my left hip. Okay, this frees up this foot. So when I come to here, okay, and Carl's defending, to get this hook over. If I can get it into here, that's okay. If I can't, I'm going to hook it over his shoulder. But then I want to come back up onto my right arm, so I'm straight up again. If I can cross my ankles, that's good, but I'm ear to ear the whole time. Okay, pulling, hips in. Get the choke. Okay, sometimes what happens is, when I get to this position here, I open the lapel, and I come to here, okay? Carl latches onto my elbow. This is his escape, okay? He doesn't latch onto the hand, latch onto my, just onto my wrist here, sorry. Latch on here. If he does this like chin-up grip on my wrist, I will still get the choke, okay? From here. But when he latches onto the crook of my arm, so he's both his hands on the crook of my arm, okay? And then he turns to look at that space. Okay? If he can pull this over his head and he's out, okay, that's his escape again. Cauliflower ear chop. Okay, but it is possible. Another thing he can do is from here, Carl can fall onto on my strong side here. And if he's got that grip right in the crook of my arm, can I do bow and arrow now? No. Because I can't get my elbow. See my elbow? I needed to drag that behind his shoulder to get my shoulder in the front. Okay, set up again, bro. Or, we've been playing with the double lapel choke. Okay, so again, from this position here, when I'm going for my double lapel choke, I always want to fall to my strong side, the choking side. So when I get to here, don't get the grip shit, when I'm doing my double lapel, look, I'm dragging this arm back, just like in the bow and arrow, and then I'm driving in to get my choke. So I could be going for that choke here, and Carl's latched onto this elbow, so that's taking away my double lapel. This is why you need the options of other chokes. I can't get bow and arrow from here, but I can transition back to the chair sit position, which is the move we're going to do. So from here, I'm kind of stuck here. This is just like a stalling position for Carl. Okay, he can start to try and remove hooks and stuff from here, but I'm in the position where I need to make the next move. So I can't get my elbow from in front of his shoulder blade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this foot, I'm going to hook it behind the back of his knee. Okay, I'm going to drop my hook to the mat and I'm going to kick him off to here. Okay, so from here in one action, guys, I'm going to lift my left leg up as high as I can. And as I swing it down, I'm dragging my elbow back. Okay, to the position I want it. My shoulder's driving into the back of his neck. Okay, now we're going to do the chair sit, which we've done before. From here, back up, we have the choke. So, again, one more time. In my position, Carl latches onto this arm. Just turn around this way, bro. I cannot do my lapel choke, I cannot do the bow and arrow choke. Okay, so, in the crook, yeah, so I'm stuck, okay? So I hook the foot, I hook behind the back of the knee, I drop my hook, I kick him off, okay? And as I kick him off, I lift this leg up in the air, okay? This is what allows me, the momentum of this coming down, lets me drag this elbow back, and I push this into the back of his neck, my shoulder. Okay, now I chair sit. Just the move that we did at the very, very start. This is why we learned the positions first, the movement and the control, okay? Before we done transitions and submissions. I slide my knee behind the back of his head, step over, okay? From here, get my grips, rolling onto my left hip, coming over, sitting up. How do I link this to last week's move, which was the back retention drill? Remember last week when we were here, okay? Carl kicks off my bottom hook, and it goes right off between my legs. Remember we did this move, okay? And I had this in, and I drive him all the way up, get the knee back, retake his back, which was the third drill, okay, from last week. I can add in the bow and arrow. I don't need to go all the way to his back. So from this position here, okay, Carl kicks off my hook, I end up here. I come all the way up, slide up, just switch the bow and arrow. Okay, so this is the chair sit, guys, to the bow and arrow. From the top, open the lapel, fall onto my strong side, he latches on. I can hook behind the knee, or I can kick him in the butt, but I gotta drop this hook off. Or maybe I can bait him by doing this and he just puts his back on the mat. Same thing. But this is the detail, guys. When I lift this up, watch this elbow. It's coming back. Foot up, it's coming back. Okay, now I can move my hips back. Foot comes over, chair sit, rolling from my right hip to my left hip. Remember the solo drill that we did at the very start? Yeah? One more time. Open, in, down. Okay, can't get this back. Hook, drop this hook, take him off. Okay, from here, this comes up as I pull this back. I'm chair sitting. And ear to ear. Okay, come up. So that's your chair sit to the bow and arrow. Let's drill 5 on 5